Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about everything you will be able to do during this week in World of Warcraft and also remind you of a few important deadlines. Okay, so let's start with what's, in my opinion, the most important thing for you to remember, and it's the fact that the Collector's Bounty event as well as the Greedy Emissary event will end next week on the 30th of July. So this means that you will only have one more reset in order to benefit from the Collector's Bounty buff and to have an increased chance at getting some of the different mounts from Legacy dungeons and raids. And so I would really recommend you to try and do it on many different characters, as many as you can during this week. So like that, if you're still missing some of these different mounts, you will have hopefully the time to get them before this event is done. Obviously, you will still be able to farm these mounts afterward, but it's just way faster to do it right now. And so if you are interested in getting these mounts, try to do it as soon as possible. And if you want to know how to track which mounts you're missing or not, you can go on this website, the Simple Armory. Here you will be able normally to find at some point your character, and you will have, when you go in the collectible mounts part of this website, you will see this Collector's Bounty section, and so it will show you all the different mounts from the Collector Bounty event, or all the different mounts that are benefiting from the increased drop rate. And like that, you can then just see which ones you're missing and prioritize them. And of course, next to that, you still have the Greedy Emissary event that is up as well. So here again, all you need to do really is to go in Undermine and just make sure to kill all the different treasure goblins that will spawn. There's so many of them. Using the World Boss group search, you will also be able to up-realm pretty easily. And like that, you can kill probably like around 100 goblins an hour. So this is really something that is still very simple to do. And if you're still missing some of the different rewards, I would highly recommend you to do that, because again, we don't know when the next Greedy Emissary event will be. And if you're wondering, I made a full guide explaining how you can get all the different rewards from the Greedy Emissary event. I will share the link in the description. And I also made several guides for the Collector's Bounty event to try and help you farm all these different mounts and also all the rare transmog items, including the legendary items, as easily as possible. So I will share all these videos in the description. You also have this mount that will be going away at the end of the month, and this is the Shaohao Sage Serpent. So this one is linked to the release of Mr. Piranha Classic, and basically all you have to do in order to get this mount is to create a Pandaren character on the Cataclysm Classic realms right now, and to do the introductory quest line where you are on the island, and then you just need to do everything so you can leave the island and choose your path between Horde and Alliance. So here again, for those of you who are not sure, you want to go right here and you want to go on Cataclysm Classic, and that's where you will actually be able to get the mode that is required in order to then get the mount. So this is really all you have to do, and again, this mount will then be gone, and we don't know if it will ever be brought back or not, so I would highly recommend you to try and get it while it's still available. Now during this week, you also have the Winds of Mysterious Fortune event that is up, so this is again a very good event to farm all the different reputations from Dragonflight and from the War Within, because as you can see, they will be increased by 200% for Dragonflight and 100% for the War Within, including all the different reputations from the Undermine zone. So definitely something you want to enjoy if you're still not there, and if you haven't reached the maximum renown, or if you're not exalted with some of these different reputations. Also, you will be able to gain 20% more of experience gains. So again, a pretty good time also to maybe level up some of your different alts. And of course, next to that, you will be able to get an extra 10% from the different potions that will drop inside of these different mysterious satchels. And you have the Time Walking event that is also up, and that will still be up until the beginning of August. And so with that, it's actually very easy for you to just level up some of your characters. Also talking about Time Walking, this week you will have the classic Time Walking that will be available. So that might be a good time for you to catch up on some of the different rewards that you might be missing. And of course, it means that you will have access to some of the different dungeons from Classic WoW in Time Walking difficulty. And some of them are honestly very easy to do and very fast to do. So I would recommend you to, again, use this as a good way for you to level up some of your alts if you want to. Now we have another very interesting event that will be available during this week and that will allow you again to farm a lot of really cool transmogs and also a few mounts. And this is the new Brawl for this week, and this is the Stomp. So basically during this Brawl you will be able to enroll for the RT Battleground, but the only difference is that instead of playing against a team of players, you will be playing against AI. And so this is definitely the best time in order for you to farm some of the different marks of honor and also honor points and all these different things that will allow you to then buy all the different rewards from the PvP system super easily. So really, if you are interested in some of the different old gladiator sets from any of the previous expansions, or also if you're interested in buying things with the different honor points, I would strongly recommend you to do it during this week, because with this it's extremely easy. And again, this is something that only happens once every few months, and so this is definitely a great opportunity for you to farm honor points and mark of honors as fast as possible. I will share in the description a video I made where I explain also where you can find all the different vendors from the PvP system and all the vendors that basically will be selling the different weapons, transmog items, and all these other things, and that you will be able to buy with your mark of honors and honor points. And this is of course a good time for you to level up your honor level and to get some of these pretty cool mounts and other rewards from the honor system. And so here you have plenty of these different mounts to grab. Also, the weekly event for this week is the Dells bonus event. So with this you will be able, as always, to get the plus 25% increase for your Brawl experience gains for the Delver's journey, and also normally 25% additional under coins. And with that you will have the weekly quest that will reward you with a piece of Champion's gear. So this is something that might be useful, especially if you still want to get some extra undercoins to buy some of the different rewards and cosmetics and all these type of things. But remember that in 2 weeks from now, we have the new patch that will be launched. And with that, you will be able to get some really good gear that will be way better than anything you can farm right now with Dells. And so if you're trying to maybe, for instance, do Dells to gear up some of your alts or things like that, it might not be really the best way to invest your time, simply because you will be able to replace all this gear super easily in patch 11.2. Finally, during this week, we will also have the Auction House Dance Party mini event that will be available, as you can see, on the 22nd of July. So here basically you want to go in the different auction houses in Orgrimmar or Stormwind, the main ones. And when you're there, you will be able to see the dance floor inside of the auction house, and you just want to do /dance. And normally you will be able to gain different buffs, such as the Happy Feet one. And then there's going to have some concerts and you will be teleported here and there. Again, if you want to read more, I will share the link to the WoW page on that. Normally you have all the information there. This is a micro holiday event. There's not really any rewards tied to it or anything important. It's just a fun event that you can participate into if you are interested. So that's pretty much it for this week's updates. Again, this is probably gonna be one of the most insane weeks ever to farm transmogs mounts from legacy content, because you have the increased reputation gains for Dragonflight and the War Within. You also have the Collector's Bounty, allowing you to get extra drop for all the different transmogs, and then increased drop rate for the mounts from dungeons and raids. And then next to that, you of course also have now the Stomp event that will allow you to get all the different PvP armors from previous expansion way more easily by simply killing AI in the Aratin Basin. So definitely an excellent week for the collections So definitely an insane week for all of you who love to collect things in World of Warcraft, and something that hopefully you will be able to enjoy and to get everything you need during this week. I will be back very soon with more